Well, hey everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the channel. This particular video is on the
Oh,
Cold Steel Man-at-Arms English Bill, which was one of my very first Cold Steel weapons and the very first YouTube video I ever did, actually. You can find that at the beginning of the channel. Pretty much just cut a pineapple that was thrown at me, and pretty fun. I got this blade back in 2015, I believe, off of Amazon. This was when the Man-at-Arms line was fairly new, and it really brought me into the Cold Steel and kind of bladed collecting world. This was one of the big ones for me. I just was like, what? This is one of the most epic medieval weapons of all time. So yeah, this is kind of an homage to back when Cold Steel was really cool. They were coming out with awesome stuff. They were doing stuff that other people and other companies were not. Maybe Windlass Steelcrafts. I think they did another similar Warcry or Battlecry line around, like pretty much copying the Man-at-Arms line. This is the only Man-at-Arms piece that I ever got. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. So some of the negatives about this particular tool is it is very difficult to store. And if you were using it in any other location than an open battlefield, you would have a really hard time. I mean, I could see even on a battlefield shoulder to shoulder with other guys, it would be a very difficult thing to wield and not hit people next to you, especially when you put a lot of heft into your swing. Another con that was interesting is I actually broke the head off the shaft when I first got it, and that review is up on Amazon. You can check it out. But yeah, it broke right at the place where you drill in the screw to hold the head to the shaft, and it broke on something very weak, a piece of dead, soft wood, and it took a lot of effort and work to get that
now maybe
head,
for what these things can also be
uh,
used for.
the broken part of the shaft out of that socket, and to remount it back onto the shaft, I had to do some modification, and it's about 6 inches shorter than it was when it came, and it's still very long, as you can see, but it was about 6 inches longer when I first got it. But that is the original shaft on it. I have modified mine, as I tend to, with grip tape. Yeah, so that's about it. So, I mean, you can see it's also a fairly useful forestry tool. It can be used to take down branches and cut vines, and that's what I'm using it here to do. It can also be used, to pick fruit off of trees. I can see this is the original historical purpose. It was a tool first that kind of grew into a battlefield implement, and you could see why it's really useful. And actually, before I remounted it, I had just used the head as a standalone handheld tool, and it was actually a really awesome brush axe without the shaft. So you can only buy the heads now. They don't come with shafts, but I mean, I would still recommend, because the heads alone are actually really useful tools. So if you're in the market, check it out. So I mean, kind of, it's a little bit of a peasant's weapon that got brought to the battlefield and kind of became a whole thing. And they had whole units of billmen. So it's a pretty cool one. I wish Cold Steel was still like this. I think we've all got some sadness about Cold Steel's decline, but man, this was an awesome one. So you guys get out there and have some fun. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.